So good morning everyone and welcome to another edition of Kapihan sa Davao here at the Annex building of the SM City Davao. I am Anton and I'll be hosting today's media forum on behalf of Sir Rudolph Alama. So for today's Kapihan, we have guests from DSWD, Davao City Water District and the National Commission on Senior Citizens. But since wala pa ang from NCSC, baka maghabol lang po sila. So, for DSWD, we have, they'll be talking about the registro and F1KD sa purpose and the field registration as family development session, equivalency among purpose beneficiaries. So, to talk about this, we have Ma'am Marjica Vido Solbritodo, the Purpose Division Chief ng DSWD 11. We also have Diana Mejorada, the 4-piece Regional FDS Focal ng DSWD 11. And we have Karine Maris Ferrer, the Regional Field Coordinator ng NHTO or Registro ng DSWD. And we also have from the Water District, we have JC Duhailong, the spokesperson of the DSWD, who will be talking the meter self-purge ng DCWD. And later on, baka maghabol lang, we have Ma'am Idaya Patron, the Commissioner of the National Commission on Senior Citizens, to talk about the expanded Centenarian Act or the RA 11982. Okay, to formally start this kampehan, we'd like to get the opening statements of our resource persons, beginning with Ma'am Margie Cabido Sabritedo. Opening statement.
Mic check. Maayong buntag ka natong tanan, labi na sa ato ang mga media partners nga aniya karon, and also to our viewers online. And we would like to also take this time to thank PIA for this another opportunity to be part of your program. So for the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 11, we will be sharing with you some developments and updates, particularly under the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, and also from the Listahanan under the Policy and Plans Division. For Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, there will be two items. First is the launching of our first 1,000 days of life. Second is the PhilSys registration, which will also be part of the equivalency under the family development session. So, ang ato ang family, the first 1,000 days of life or the 4-piece F1KD, no, this is the DSWD's contribution in addressing and or preventing the stunting problem, particularly among our 4-piece beneficiaries. So, ang capture lang nato that will be the 4-piece active 4-piece beneficiaries, covering the 4-piece pregnant and 2 years old below na mga bata. It seeks to promote the demand and development and develop the culture of health-seeking behavior. Targeted eligible F1KD beneficiaries. The strategy will help the eligible F1KD beneficiaries improve their awareness on the importance of the health and nutrition services to the foundational of their children. Also, Hello. So also, ang F1KD will be part of the additional component of health, under the health, but naatay lahi nga pamaagi, no? So naatay gamiton nga new compliance monitoring tool, which is ang CVF5 or the Compliance Verification Form 5. So ang ato ang mga beneficiaries naa siya responsibility. So kailangan na makompleto niya ang regular nga prenatal check-up. So that's 8 prenatal check-up. And kailangan manganak siya sa kanang rehistrado o legitimate nga maternity clinic or hospital, and dapat a medical practitioner viewed, either a midwife, a nurse, or a doctor, no, ang magpaanak sa iyaha. Third is kailangan ang mga bata, no, once na na-deliver na ang mga bata, kailangan kompleto gyud ang iyahang vaccination. So we will be monitoring gikan sa iyahang pagbuntis hangtod sa iyahang anak, ang iyang anak mahimo nga 2 years old. And every household naa siya additional nga 350 pesos per month nga assistance. So madawat lang niya ni no nga assistance if compliant siya sa kato na mga conditions. And also I'd like to also kanang take this time to share the PhilSys registration no akong ihatag sa akong kauban. In addition, for the PhilSys registration as family development session, equivalency among our 4-piece beneficiary, we wanted to inform that in collaboration with the PSA and the PSWD, we are working on the registration of our 4-piece beneficiary. So this is anchored on our RA 11055, wherein this is the Philippine Identification System Act of the government, wherein its aim is to establish the single national ID system in among our Filipino residents and our resident aliens as well, no, so that we can establish this single national ID system and will serve as a valid proof of identity, including po no, sa ating mga 4-piece beneficiary. And what we wanted to inform is really we are encouraging our 4-piece beneficiaries to register because this will amount po no to FPS or Family Development Session equivalency for the month of February to March 2025. So that's period 1 po no. And this initiative po no, it started just last year. So we've been doing equivalency since last year, period 1, 2024, February and March, and then the second wave of our equivalency happened last year, period 5, October to November 2024. And now we're continuing our effort because we wanted to saturate our target po no na kanang 4-piece household members will be registered to PhilSys registration or national ID system of the government. So that is our aim, no, to inform and to encourage all of our beneficiary to register, especially na siya FPS equivalency amounting to 750 per month, and that's equivalent to 2 months po, no? So February and March 2025, so na sila automatic 1.5 if they will, all of the members of the 4-piece household will register to PhilSys. So yun po.
So, to Ma'am Ferrer, opening statement po, or you have something to add?
Yes po. In connection po sa first 1,000 days of life na implementation ng Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, so we are targeting po the pregnant women and also active household beneficiaries nga aduna usab 0 to 2 years old na mga anak. So they need to update, it's either po, pwede siya manual verification through the beneficiary updating system ng Pantawid, but we will introduce din po ang faster way of updating sa mga information sa ato mga Pantawid na beneficiaries through the e-rehistro. So the e-rehistro po, this is an online and self-service na platform in which ang mga buntis, 0 to 2 years old at katong mga household na adunay 0 to 2 years old, they can update their information via online. Pwede silang mo-access as long as na sila mobile devices, na sila internet connection, and of course, ready na mga documentary requirements, maski na sa ilang mga balay. So they can update their information. So this is the faster way para masumitan ang mga information ngadto sa Pantawid Pamilya Information System or PPIS na gikinahanglan usab sa 4-piece na sa pag-implementar sa F1KD na conditional cash grant.
Okay, thank you to DCWD, opening statement, ma'am.
Good morning. Thank you for the invitation. So we would like to take this opportunity, aside from our intended campaign against water meter theft, we'd also like to take this opportunity to report the year-end accomplishment of DCWD. So as of this time, we can confidently say no that Davao City right now is enjoying a climate resilient water service, considering that we are conjunctively using groundwater and surface water resources. Given this available water supply, we're only using around 52% to serve our existing service coverage, which means we have around 48% na surplus. Now, with this surplus and the direction of Davao City as a developing city, with the direction na mahimo po siyang first-class metropolitan, we can also assure not just the residences and the existing businesses, but also the potential investors that Davao City has substantial water to cater to the existing and projected water demand. And with this, we are hoping that Davao City Water District would remain a strong supporter of Davao City in its development. Now, because of the available supply that we have right now, the DCWD Board of Directors and Management has decided to renew the 500 installment offer for new service connection effective January 8, 2025 until January 31, 2025. So as a background last year, to encourage more residential potential customers to apply for new service connections sa DCWD, and considering the financial challenges faced by most of residential customers, the DCWD Board of Directors and Management offered tong 500 installment option, meaning instead of paying the 6,000 pesos outright, you only have to pay 500 pesos kung maklasify ang imuhang service connection as residential with 1/2 inch size na water meter. So given the remaining 5,500 will be paid in installment for 11 months at without any interest, and i-impute lang siya diretso sa inyuhang water bill. Now, given the positive reception and the impact of the program last year, because we hit our 15,000 mark target new service connection for 2024 as early as August, motong nag-decide ang Board of Directors and Management na i-renew siya karong tuiga, hoping that with this direction, we can assure na majority sa ato ang ma-accept na new service connection for this year and the succeeding years, ma-focus ta sa residential. Kasi naman ang businesses, dili man na sila maglisod o apply. And ang target po ni Water District are the residential connection. So with the 500 offer na renewal, unta, mas daghan pa na mga residential connections ang maka-apply sa DCWD. Thus ensuring the expansion of DCWD service will target more of the residential customer base. Now, second update po this year, considering kay kaning pagpangawat sa water meter, seasonal manggod ni siya. We already based on sa trend matag 2A. Panahon sa medyo tinggamit o kwarta or medyo hinay ang pangwarta, dara pud nagasaka ang pagpangawat sa water meter. But up to manageable naman na extent. So that's why we are launching right now an active campaign to encourage the homeowners and the barangays to increase the community vigilance against these illegal activities. Dako kaayo og tabang ang suporta sa community, residences, and even sa mga customers para ma-prevent or mapagamay, mapakunhod nato ang kaso sa water meter theft. Ang simple lang na pag-report sa DCWD o kapulisan kung aduna mo'y namatikdan na mga kaduda-duda no na mga activities dara mismo sa mga water meter and the mga clusters, pwede na kayo na ninyo i-report sa mo aron ma-aksyonan dayon nato. And secondly, if you also have any suspicions sa mga junk shops or any entities nga ginadudahan na nagapalit og kinawat, mamalihog pud mi og i-report sa DCWD or sa PNP. Nganuman, because walay mangawat og metrohan kung walay mupalit. So we're also including in our campaign against water meter theft ang kaning pag-encourage pud no na mo-report. So kung naa sila mga na-identify na nagapalit og mga kinawat bisag dili water meter, kay para because we're conducting an entrapment operation right now, para once and for all no, while we're encouraging community vigilance, atua pud ning ma-arrest or ma-identify ang kaning mga nagapalit og kinawat. Just a reminder, water meter theft is punishable by law in the same way as ang pagpalit og mga kinawat through anti-fencing law.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am. So to start the press con rolling, so let's have ask first the DSWD. So regarding the F1KD, so kumusta na po yung implementation and how about din po yung monitoring natin to ensure that these pregnant women, kasi sila man talaga yung parang main goal natin dito to ensure that they will be undergoing this program po.
Again, maayong buntag. Actually, ongoing pa lang, no? Bago lang nato siya gi-launch just in January 2025. Although, ang promotion nato from last year and the finalization of guidelines held last year. But starting January, mga last week of January, until the second week of February, we will be having our parang initial payment to our beneficiaries. So, aduna kita 6,970 ka identified target households. Composed ni siya of pregnant and households with 2 years old below. So, ang padayon, ang monitoring will happen after 2 months. So, initial pa lang karon. So, part din ha ang pag-orient sa ato ang mga beneficiaries, unsa ang ilahang maging responsibilities, being, although, ang target nato karon is, dili ni siya to encourage outside 4-piece households. So this would like to clarify, no? The program would like to clarify na ang i-cater sa F1KD for the 4-piece implementation are those existing na 4-piece beneficiaries nga pregnant and naay anak na 2 years old below. So good ana, after na sa monitoring, after sa compliance, after sa ilang orientation, we will start the monitoring of their compliance. So as mentioned earlier, naay compliance monitoring, particularly ang mga bata, dapat naa sila yung regular nga vaccination, no? Ang neonatal, newborn screening, ang routine vaccinations in partnership with DOH, and for our pregnant women, dapat naa siya yung regular nga prenatal, postnatal check-up, and dapat naa siya accredited ang iyahang delivery clinic or ang iyahang hospital, and dapat licensed practitioner, medical practitioner gyud ang mag-deliver sa iyaha.
So clarify ko lang ma'am. So this is in addition po sa mga tatanggap ng mga practice beneficiary under 4Ps po ba?
Yes po. This is an additional component, and then additional compliance monitoring and additional grant.
Okay, thank you. To the sa ating i-register o i-register rather. So kumusta na po ang implementation and ilan na po yung mga practice beneficiary na na-register na natin sa POCs po?
For us po sa DSWD e-registro po,
For our online na mga implementation po, kasi di ba po si i-register, bago lang siya na-launch actually. So, sa DSWD. So, this is open to the active 4Ps household beneficiaries na para ma-reach natin ang mga beneficiaries na no need for them to travel and just to update their information. Since this e-register is a information management system po ng mga buntis, na the 4Ps at saka yung mga households with 0 to 2 years old na mga anak. So as this was launched last November 2024, so as of today po, meron na po tayong 77 transactions na na-verify na din ng DSWD. So ibig sabihin po, once they register, we need to verify those information through yung mga uploaded na mga documents like birth certificate, medical certificate as proof na they are pregnant, and also yung mga immunization cards, nanay book, or yung mga check-ups na mga records. So with that, kapag ma-verify ng DSWD, then we will notify the beneficiaries through their contact details like emails or contact numbers para sabihin na approve or deny ba yung registration. Kaya nga po ngayon, we are encouraging all active 4Ps household beneficiaries since naaman tayong mga mobile devices, na ay mga internet connection, para dili na ta makapoy mahasol na maadto sa mga respective na mga offices, try to register through the e-registro-4ps.dswd.gov.ph. So anytime, anywhere, as long as you have your mga documentary requirements ready, and then selfie, then ma-update na po natong information.
So, meaning po ma'am, yung mga beneficiaries themselves, sila yung mag-initiate ng registration and then kayo na lang po yung mag-validate.
Yes po. Self-service registration, kaya mo, that's the good thing for the e-registro because it's the beneficiaries mismo ang mo-update sa ilang mga information. So we have encountered na pregnant last November, pagka January, ni-update ng anak na. So that's how fast ang ato ang pag-update sa information sa e-registro.
Okay, so thank you ma'am. To DCWD, so kumusta na po yung campaign natin doon sa tampering and stealing of meter po, and may mga cases na po ba tayong na-handle regarding this?
Yes, in terms of cases, we are also active in pursuing criminal cases against mga na suspetsado na nangawat og water meter. In fact, last year, with the help of the community, naagyod tayo na dakpan sa akto na on the process noon ta niyang kawaton ang water meter. And motong lahi iragyod ang tabang sa community na level because we can immediately apprehend these illegal activities. So that person, nagatuad yung gipurso ang kaso with the help of course sa kato mismong customer, because without the customer, dili pud maka-proceed sa kaso. And finally, the verdict was guilty. So he will be in prison for several months and naapod siya corresponding fines na kailangan bayaran. As to the cases right now, wala pa man siya niabot sa katong escalated levels. So naalang tayo madawat every now and then, but not really to not sa alarming, not to an alarming extent. Ang amuha lang hangyo sa katong mga na kawatan og water meter, paningkamutan gyud nato na ma-restore dayon ang ilahang water service. The downside man good, if tay mangawat sa inyong metro, dili mo matubigan. Kaya wala na may connection from our end to your end. Kaya mo man ay nag-connect ang water meter. So what we do is, if there is a report, make sure to do the reporting to us. Kasagaran man good mo upload lang sa social media. And then waiting na unta makita na mo. Although we have our reputations management team who does the monitoring sa mga social media mentions, lahi mong gudtong imuhang direkta na i-report sa amua kay wala na tayo waiting time. And in fact, we have a quick response team formed for this purpose. So once ma-report na ninyo sa amua, we will be requiring you to submit some requirements. But if the water meter theft happened on a weekend, syempre wala may opisina, amua lang i-restore hopefully within 24 hours. But if the water meter theft was reported on a weekday, amuag yung i-request si customer na muadto sa amuang buhatan para mag-submit sa mga requirements. Nga naman, kasagaran manggod paghuman sa pag-report nila nga nakawatan sila og metrohan, pag natauran na namo og metro, dili na sila porsigido mo pursu og kaso. So, para dili mo mahasol, among ginabuhat ana, kami na ang mo process sa blatter, etc. Kwaon lang yun namo ang inyuhang statement. Tabangan na mo muna mapadali. Katulang, pag nag-report mo na nakawatan mo, please also coordinate with us kay kung dili manggod mo makataba, dili na to ni mafailan o kaso, magpadayon ni ilahang modus operandi. And nganong hadlok ang water meter theft? Number 1, aside sa mawad-an mo og supply, pag abri manggod pagkuha sa water meter, expose ang atuang linya. Number 1, that will result to water wastage. And number 2, potentially pwede makontaminate ang atuang water quality. And number 3, the moment na makawat ang inyuhang water meter, if you review the service connection contract, the remaining cost sa katong gikawat na water meter, kailangan to ninyo bayran as customer. So, grabe, pila kabuok ang risk no on the customer side. Mo nang ibalik na mo among panawagan, we're calling for community vigilance. Please report right away to us mga suspected illegal activities pertaining anino na mga incidents. At the same time, katong mga suspected po nato na nagapalit o kinawat.
Okay, so thank you. Now let's open the floor for questions from the media.
Good morning po. Sa F1KB po, this is on top of the ginadawat na nila na benefits po. So, like, pila na po ba ang ilahang malawat po in total?
In total, so additional ni siya from the 750 pesos na grant for the health no nga component that composed of family development session and the regular visit to the health center for children nga naay 0 to 5 years old, and included na po din ha ang deworming. But ang 350 nga grant is only for the F1KD. So all in all, actually average of 3,500 per month na siya maximum. 3,500. So if i-add na to, so more or less mga nasa 3,800 per month. 3,850 per month na siya. This is the maximum. Kaya ang computation sa grants for our 4Ps beneficiaries, magdepende na siya kung pila kabuok ang iyahang monitored nga mga bata. O kung pila po ang iyahang, unsa po ang iyahang grade level. So kung senior high school, junior high school, or elementary. So kung if senior high school, each child na monitored will be receiving 700 pesos per month. Kung junior high school siya, that's 500 pesos. And if it's elementary or daycare, nasa 300 pesos per child. So mag-vary good ang computation, but if on an average, naa siya sa 350 to 380. 3,500 to 3,850 pesos per month.
Ma'am, how do we ensure po ba na ang kaning 350 is for like vitamins ba para to reduce the stunting kay it could be used for other, you know.
So naatay regular nga monitoring, no? So kung monthly ang ilahang grants na releasing, monthly po ang ato ang monitoring. And this is coursed through one of the platforms that we have in Pantawid is the Family Development Session. Aside from the regular case management activities of our field workers. So ang ato ang mga beneficiaries, naa sila'y kaugalingon nga case worker. Ang isa ka case worker, naa siya ginahandle nga around 300 to 500 cases. So kani siya, ginamonitor ni siya through and in partnership with our parent leaders. So ang parent leaders, mas smaller ang iyang coverage na asa around 30 to 40 ka households, no? And kini mga silingan niya. So nagtinabangay gyud ta kauban po ng ato ang Department of Health through the barangay health centers or rural health centers na mag-monitor and naapod sila yung mga kaning field workers, no? Ginatawag nato sila o barangay health workers or the BHW. So sila po ang nagatabang sa atoa nga ma-ensure nga kaning atong mga grants nga ginadawat na mapadulong gyud sa kung asa siya intended and the purpose of which it is being distributed, no? Dili lang siguro sa health, but particularly under education also.
Last na lang po. You mentioned earlier na 6,970 sa Davao region pa ni siya, ma'am, no?
Yes po. For Davao region, that's 6,970 or a total of 1,390 nationwide. 1,390 nationwide ang ginamonitor for F1KD, but for Davao region, naalang siya sa 6,970. 139,000, sorry. 139,000 nationwide ang count, but if for Region 11, that's only 6,970.
Apologies. Ang total fund ni ma'am is times 350 lang ni siya. Kaning 6,970 in Davao region.
Yes, but considering na dapat monitored sila and compliant.
Sige po, thank you.
Hello po, good morning. Ma'am, balikan ako sa 609,970. Ma'am, natin kung ano kung pila dari ang sa Davao Region, pila ang ayon sa Davao del Norte, Davao del Sur, pila ang households nga distribution,
Wala pa ni nakakuha sa breakdown sa list, but if available, i-furnish na lang namo copy kay Johan.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Ma'am, what if ang case ma'am is buntis siya tapos na po siya anak na 2 years old below? Madoble ba ang iyang kuan cash grant na 350 per month?
No po, per household yun siya.
Giun sa say mo ma'am. Giun sa nato pag-evaluate ma'am ang 6,400. Unsa basis nato why kini ang ato ang murag nahimong beneficiaries?
You mean the identification of the targeted beneficiary. So, basically si 4Ps naa siya database. No, we call it as the Pantawid Pamilya Information System. So, naka-register na tanan dito and encoded na pod kung kinsa ang mga identified nato na mga household with children 2 years old and below. So, ang monitoring nato last year, we conducted a massive validation of households with 0 to 5 years old and ginapa-update pod nato sila kung kinsa ang pregnant sa ilaha. But this is an estimated lang na number, but since ongoing pod ang ato ang i-rehistro na platform, so continuous pod ang ilahang pag-update kung buntis pa gyud sila and kung naa ba gyud sila yung mga bata nga 0 to 2 years old. Although the database will just be a baseline data, so we still need to validate if indeed buntis ba gyud sila, basin nanganak na sila or basin ang bata is nag-age out na siya. No, so we just have to run through another validation. But initially, this is just an estimated data as our baseline.
Ma'am, how do we able to reach out those pregnant women and children na as young as 2 years old sa mga far-flung areas, ma'am, na doesn't have the capacity para dito sana mag-avail og health assistance sa katong mga ingon ka ganina nga dapat ay registered or paano pag mga nasa layo sila na community, how do they able to kaning maka-ensure na makakuha sila ng support?
Okay. So akong gi-mention earlier na hatay another platform in the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program or the Family Development Session. So ang Family Development Session, monthly ni siya nagagather ang ang mga beneficiaries, and each FDS naapod tay case worker nga naga-facilitate ani. So during pa lang sa session, we integrate the capturing of data, even if as far as asa ang ilahang location, kasi par barangay or up to sitio ang ang pagkandak sa family development session. So during pa lang dito, if they cannot access the e-registro because e-registro requires an internet connectivity, so pwede silang mag-manual updating through our beneficiary update system Form 5. So dito nila pwedeng i-register, we can just have them to accomplish a form, and then i-collect lang na siya ni caseworker, and then i-encode, kami na ang mag-encode ana, and then they will now be facilitated for monitoring.
I believe sa inyong more briefer, nakaingon man na this is malimot ako. Para to elevate, of course, yung stunting, etc. But, paano nato na-calculate, ma'am, na 350 pesos siya per household can address na yung stunting, hunger sa per household, ma'am?
Okay. So the amount is just an augmentation, no? It's not entirely kasi how much is 350 pesos karon. So dili gyud siya maka-suporta for a household, but the 350 pesos same with the other grants, no, nga under the component of 4Ps. It's just an augmentation sa ilaha, no? So kini dili pud ni siya kanang endorsed only by DSWD, but it is considered by the other agencies such as NNC and DOH, and of course with the availability of funds na naasa to sa gobyerno. But with that being said, our support for F1KD and the rest of the components of 4Ps is just a fund augmentation po.
Ma'am, a few questions na lang. Una is, ano ang timeline nitong program na ito? And siguro, how do we able to evaluate if this F1KD program of the government is effective like any other programs under DSWD?
Okay. So for the implementation of F1KD, this will be continuous unless ma-revoke siya. So we are still following the MC1 series of 2025, and with the engagement with the PIDS or the Philippine Institute for Development Studies, sila ang in charge kung unsa ang pag-evaluate sa program. So they can evaluate this after 2 years of implementation, and then after 2 years, they can also make recommendations if we can extend the program or hold the program, no? So in fact, the conceptualization of F1KD was brought about by the evaluation result by PIDS. So isa na siya sa mga continuously work out nato nung naagyoy regular nga evaluation study nga pagabuhaton.
Last na lang, ma'am. Anong wala siya gi-incorporate na lang sa 4Ps? Anong gilahi pa siya?
It's under 4Ps po.
But why wala na lang nato gi-increase as a whole, dili siya dito na lang sa 6,000?
Dito sa actually ang initial ani is pwede siyang i-integrate supposedly with the health component kasi we are providing 750 pesos per month for health. But it was recommended, it was highly recommended that we need to focus on the monitoring of our pregnant and 0 to 2 years old. So, sa 750 pesos manggod nga monitoring, dako kay siya og scope. Apil din ha ang FDS, apil din ha ang katong monitoring sa 3 years old pataas.
So kani siya per household gihapon ang iyang releasing or iyang monitoring. But we would like to give more focus on monitoring our pregnant and 2 years old and below.
Yes, sa DCWD. Ma'am, katong sa last year, ma'am, pila ang naka-avail sa katong installment? Actually, we have around 15 to 18,000 new service connections accepted in 2024. So, more or less, no, ang atuan namang absorption or ang kaning distribution sa ato ang residential and commercial customers, and naaman siya sa mga around 80%. So, we can say sa katong 15 to 18,000, per estimate, 80% of that, mga residential customers.
The sobra nato ma'am na 48 surplus water ma'am. Unsay direction ani nga ginatanaw nato? Are we going to sell sa mga adjacent lugar or unsaon nato siya?
Yes, for one, we're maximizing manggod ang kaning having the luxury right now because of the abundance. Atong gibuhat is gipares sa gyud nato ato ang mga production wells. Some of these production wells have been operating for 50 years. So now is the time, high time na gyud pod na papahulayon nato sila to prevent tong risk, no, sa over-extraction of groundwater which already happened in Cebu. So, meantime na wala pa nakaapas ang ato ang water demand sa ato ang water production capacity. Number two, the direction right now is to expand initially in more areas in Davao City. Right now, we're only covering around 117 of the 182 barangays. And if we look at our 10-year development plan, the direction is to reach up to 146 barangays. So, using that surplus water, dili na siya enough actually para ma-reach nato ang 146. Kay some of them are situated in areas na dili na maabot, no, sa ato ang bulk water. So, that surplus water plus the additional development of new sources, mo na ang ato ang gamiton so that from 117, we can expand to up to 146 barangays in Davao City. And yes, thirdly, right now we're looking at the possibility of expanding our water supply to other areas adjacent to Davao City. But they are not our priorities. Just that, daghan sa ato ang mga nearby manggod na mga cities and provinces naay challenges securing viable water sources to be developed for level 3 water service like Samal and including Panabo. So, but right now, dako man guna siya og infrastructure requirement because you have to lay pipelines pa to reach those other cities. But right now, we're offering ang katong bulk water sale service. So we have an extraction point in Malagamot, and then naalang sila delivery tankers that they can deploy there, and they can get or purchase water barato kayo at 70 pesos per 1,000 liters. Instead of going to Dumoy, nga layo kaayo, katong mga taga Panabo, dito na lang sila sa Malagamot mo kuha. Pareha lang na methodology. At least, makasave sila sa fuel because it's much closer, no, sa boundary sa Davao. So, that's why we're encouraging if you have your transporting water, hauling water from Davao City to Panabo or nearby cities, might as well, you might want to inquire sa Davao City Water District na bulk water sale service. Because aside from its nearer to the boundary, tag 70 pesos lang per 1,000 liters.
Ang kining 48% na surplus nato, unsa ang priority areas ani for Davao City? Are we
going towards the 3rd district na dugay na kayo nagapangayo or dili pa? Actually, what we're talking about, katong 48% is the existing nato na mga production wells. So in terms of practical na plastada sa mga wells, ang immediate yun na ma-serve would be the city center. And siguro, mo paatras ka somewhere in the clusters of Dumoy, Tugbok, ihapon na area. But kaning mga katong ginaingon nato no na District 3, right now we're already at Gumalang. Layo na ta og naabtan. And kung sa Baguio District ta naabot na pud ta og Malagos. So if we are going to expand no further to District 3 and sa Turil area naabot na pud ta og Binugaw, Sirawan along the highway. But if we are to expand to District 3, kay ang ilahang elevation is much higher to our existing groundwater sources and also the Davao City Bulk Water Supply Project, we will not be tapping the 48% surplus. Instead, we're going to develop additional sources.
Right, good morning to our honorable and distinguished female guests at this juncture. Yes, I just so it will not be obliterated by time management, I'd like to ask to JC Duay Lungsod in regards katong sa ginamention ninyo na filterage of water meters. Nabatay instances nga atong mga kaigsunan nga they were using na ingon nato nga mga insignia sa DCWD nga para magpakaroon ingon na sila part of DCWD, but unfortunately they were using that para makadilihensya sila o pagkuha o water meter. Doon na ba tayo reported cases sana, Ma'am JC?
Thank you for that wonderful question. In all seriousness, thank you for asking that. Yes, many of the katong mga nagapangawat og water meter and even those no nagapangbudol sa ato ang mga customer, we have an instance na kunuhay taga water district sila unya naguba daw ang water meter and then ilaha daw ayuhon for a fee. So all of them nagpakaarong ingnon na water district kinangolekta manggod sila. So unsa ang mga timailhan karon nga legit gyud na sila na water district employee? Number 1, uniform. So but uniform kasi no pwede siya atikon. Number 2, kaning ginatawag namo na Citizens Charter ID, dili mi pwede i-deploy. And even now nag-presscon ko, even our field personnel, kung walay sitya ID na mapakita, dili na siya legit na personnel. Number 2, naapod mi atong gamay na ID, which is our company ID na pwede po ninyo as a supplement identification ninyo pangitaon. And kung duda gihapon mo no, dili mo masatisfy sa IDs, pwede na ninyo itawag sa amo ang call center because all of our deployment sa field man na or sa commercial services department, naagyot tayo ginatawag na maintenance order. So, we can verify kung tinuod ba gyud na naigi-deploy sa inyuhang connection na ayuhon through that maintenance order. So, kato siya, mo to siya ang mga telling signs, so the things that you can ask for verification kung legit ba gyud ang tao na nagaingon na taga water district siya.
Just so we do diligence of time management and I have to consolidate the questions to DSWD in regards sa Pantawid Pamilya Pilipino program. Mag-ask na po, sa last year, doon na ba tayo number of families na hindi na qualified pa for the program? And na ba tayo nasuta nga disqualified sa ilahang pag-avail sa mga program?
So, thank you. From 2024, naatay na identify na around 30,000 ka-households na dili na sila eligible kay naanay improvement sa ilahang level of well-being. Meaning, kanina mga households will now graduate in the program. So, after after na-encode ang ilahang data, no, we will start the transition to the local government unit. So we will endorse these households for post-service intervention. So this year na siya mag-start, no, and karon gina-prepare na nato ang mga households na mag-graduate na sa program.
Any more questions?
Morning. Morning.
Good morning po, ma'am. So, ano po, to DSWD po, regarding, regarding the, information dissemination sa mga barangay sa Davao City, isa po itong status and data.
In terms po sa ating popularization ng i-rehistro po, we have through social media, and also mag-start na din po kami na makisabay sa ating mga FDS or Family Development Session para as a rider session po, just to inform about the i-rehistro. And at the same time, mayroon din po kaming upcoming na pilot na orientation by next week together with the National Household Targeting Office po namin to orient our beneficiaries, especially the pregnant women and those households with 0 to 2 years old. So by then po, that is our startup na kick-off that we can orient other LGUs or provinces. And also we have our brochures, IEC materials na in support po ng Pantawid na we can distribute this one para ma-inform din po ang ating mga 4-piece beneficiaries.
Aside sa social media, ma'am, nakabisita na ba tayo mga barangay sa about
That is scheduled po next week para start na din po natin to visit the barangays po. Thank you.
Another question po, sa kantong family development session, sila na po ka-session ako
For the family development session po, we are conducting FES monthly. So may mga identified topic tayo po. But for this month of February and March, we are encouraging our 4-piece beneficiaries to really have their entire households registered to PSA, to our national ID, so that they can avail the equivalency po sa FES po for the month of February and March.
What consequences exactly po ang mga taon or mga tagpo sa hindi sa ilaha at hindi pinakaatay ang family development session?
The attendance to family development session is a conditionality of the program. So, together with the health conditionalities, if dili sila maka-comply ana, that means dili sila makadawat sa grant amounting to 750 pesos per month.
Thank you. So, any more questions na nangungutan? Okay, so regarding F1KD, so kasi yung parang cover nito is pregnant women and children ages 0 to 2. So wala ni siya maximum numbers of child na makover. So tanan ditong bata under this age bracket ang makover po.
Yes, as long as they will be monitored. So kailangan update sila through the e-rehistro and through the update form 5. So, although kaganina I mentioned the baseline data, but still, kailangan na mo i-validate. So, if na ay mga beneficiaries nga pregnant and naa sila yung mga bata nga 2 years old below, kailangan mag-communicate sila, no? Mo-coordinate sila sa ato ang mga city links and social welfare assistance para properly ma-facilitate nato ang updating sa ilahang mga data.
So, regarding naman po sa e-registro, is this a one-time registration only or meron pa po itong mga updating something?
For the e-registro naman po siya, it's open na po siya and you can update many times as you want. But of course, it will undergo din po yung verification just to validate your mga information. And just to inform lang din po, those beneficiaries na allowed to register through the e-register is kailangan po sila active 4-piece household beneficiaries and with PhilSys po.
Hello. Good morning kay Ma'am Joanna.
Ma'am, nagay-data as to pila na dakpan sa water meter thefts last year.
Okay. Actually, we're daghan ni o gipang pursu na kaso supposed to be, but only one customer coordinated with us. So, isa lang pod ang ni Prosper. Motong importante yun na mo cooperate si customer na nakawatan para through and through ato adyong ma-facilitate ang kaso against the perpetrators.
Kani mga cases, ma'am, asa ni sila kasagaran, ma'am?
Yes, right na, katong particular na case last year was in Huna subdivision. So, kato siya. But lately, no, at the end of the year, nibalhin sila diri sa may Talomo. And then, January na minor cases lang diri sa may downtown.
And last question, ma'am, mga pinaka-amount ang ginagawa nila, ma'am? Pinakawat?
Actually, it's not really more on the amount kasi pag harvest, the water meters right now ni Water District, i-convert na nato na into plastic. Okay, so para anti-theft, unta siya ba? Dili na tong bugat gani. Unfortunately, naapadain na portion sa sulod tong brass niya na material, mao na to ang ilahang ginabaligya. So they're selling that at around 300 pesos daw. So the one meter is more expensive than that. Mo to ang ilahang ginabaligya.
Thank you.
Okay, so any more questions?
Hey, ma'am. Something. Ma'am, from sa DCWD. Just lately, sunod-sunod ang emergency water interruption nato. Unsay dapat ligdayan para ma-prevent ning ni ma'am?
Okay. Actually, kanang mga emergency interruption, it's more on our side already kasi these are leaks or mga adjustments no on our mga clogging. Ang amuha lang hangyo sa mga customer, although on our end, we can guarantee to restore water service within 24 hours para lang po ma-minimize ang inconvenience sa part sa customer. Dako gyud gihapon kaayong tabang nga aduna tay contingency water supply. Padayon gihapon to nato tong naagod tay pondo na tubig para katong panahon nga mawala or mohinay because of unforeseen circumstances. Naamoy pang tabok no na magamit. But last week, mag-heads up lang po me, early this year sa January, we have already increased our absorption sa bulk water supply, and that is ang consequence ana is that naami ongoing additional na mga operational adjustments. So, meaning na ay mga areas na posible baka low water pressure to no water. But again, no, mabalik dayon na to na ilang supply. All the more, we're encouraging all our customers na magpondo gyud ta gihapon og tubig para natay magamit for emergency cases.
So, may mga questions pa po ba? Okay, so since there are no more questions from our media and on our end as well, so we'd like to thank our source persons for coming over. So we have from DSWD, we have Margie Cabido Sobritodo, the DSWD 11 Forbes Division Chief. We also have Diana Mejorada, the Forbes Regional FDS Focal, and Karen Marie Ferrer, the Regional Field Coordinator for the NHTO and Irrehistro sa DSWD. So, and also from the DCWD, we have Ma'am JC Dungaylong, so the DCWD spokesperson. So, to formally end, we'd like to get the closing statements of our source persons, and beginning with the DSWD po.
Once again, daghan kaayong salamat for this another opportunity to present the updates of 4Ps. For the F1KD, among ipadayo no og encourage ang atong mga beneficiaries nga magpa-validate and magpa-update sa ilahang datos kauban ng ato ang mga 4Ps field workers, ang city municipal links, ang atong social welfare assistance kay ang kani nga strategy, no, the F1KD strategy is dako kaini nga opportunity para mas ma-instill sa ato ang mga households, sa mga 4Ps active households, ang health-seeking behavior. Ang importansya nga matudluan silang muadto gyud sa health center, matudluan silang mo dangot gyud no sa atong mga medical practitioners, muduol sa ato ang dili mahadlok sa ato ang mga barangay health centers, mga rural health centers, even sa mga public or private hospitals kay ang services sa ato ang barangay health centers are free. So pwede ra gyud kaayo sila nga modangop ug usa pa naapoy PhilHealth na PhilHealth benefits sa atong mga 4Ps beneficiaries. So dili gyud sila mahadlok nga moadto or magpa-check up. So usa pa daghan kaayong salamat og among gina-encourage gyud padayon ang mga 4Ps beneficiaries nga ilahang ampingan no kining benefits kaning programa or wherein they have been part of the program, although this is also a time na gusto namong i-remind ang atong mga 4Ps beneficiaries that by the end of 2026, no, that will be the end of their being a 4Ps beneficiary because we will be transitioning them. No, so that will be the end of the 7-year limit. And among ipadayon no og encourage nga ilahag yung padayon nga ampingan ang programa labi na ang mga nakatuna nila sa family development session and ang uban nga mga services, mga programa gikan sa local government units and even from the national government agencies na mga support and other interventions kay sa dili gyud madugay no they will be graduating in the program. So this will also give us an opportunity to cater other non-4Ps beneficiaries to be part of the program. So again, daghan kaayong salamat.
Next, we have Ma'am Diana.
Thank you, PIA, for this opportunity. And again, we are reminding and we are encouraging all of our 4Ps beneficiaries po, no, to avail of this PhilSys registration as FES equivalency. In Davao Region, we have accomplished already 800,000 registration for 4Ps beneficiaries and we are now finishing na lang po, no, we're targeting to saturate our 690,000 target. That's why we are encouraging na magpa-register ka because your registration and authentication in PhilSys will be incentivized po, no, and this will serve as your compliance and attendance to family development session for the month of February and March 2025. So, parehistro na ta at ito sa pinakaduol na registration sites, dalaon ng ating mga documents so that, and also inform if na may transaction slip or the transaction reference number, inform your city municipal link about this para ma-record siya and automatic you will be compliant with our family development session compliance for the month of February and March 2025. So, pa-register na tatanan. Daghang salamat.
Next, we have Ma'am Karen.
Yes po. Again po, thank you sa PIA for this opportunity, no? Especially that we are just launching the e-Registro na web portal. And again po, we are encouraging all 4Ps household beneficiaries na mga buntis and those household na mga 0 to 2 years old to register. It's either po manual updating through the beneficiary updating system or through e-Registro via online. e-registro-4ps.dswd.gov.ph. Also po, as a reminder, sa katong mag-register na mga 4Ps household beneficiaries, please po just open lang po ato mga linya like sa mga phones, kasi contact numbers kasi once we will verify your information po, we will call the registrants po para lang din po to validate all those documentary requirements na i-upload through the e-Registro. Again po, dagan kaayong salamat.
Thank you, ma'am, for the DCWD, Ma'am JC.
Thank you to PIA and also to SM, no, for the opportunity to share DCWD's advocacy and announcement to this platform. So again, we're encouraging the barangay, the communities to be vigilant against water meter theft. And please help us apprehend, no, katong mga nagapalit og mga kinawat na mga metro kay kung walay mo palit og kinawat, walay mangawat. Daghang salamat.
Okay, so thank you. That's all for today's Kapehan sa Davao here at the second floor of the annex building of SM City Davao. We'd like to thank our partner SM City Davao for hosting this Kapihan. So till next time, more relevant topics to be discussed. Thank you.